I want it all, expensive trip, exotic cars when I took that loss.
What's going on, guys? It's your man, Ed Hayes, the wholesale coach here, back for another video. And in this video, guys, as a lot of you all know, I live in Chicago. It's a big city. There's a lot of competition. And I got a question the other day inside of my wholesale deals and strategies group. And pretty much the question was asking, like, which marketing strategies do I use that return the best return on investment? In this video, I'm going to be breaking it down for you all and ranking my marketing strategies in order of effectiveness and return on investment. All right. Beware though that these are just my results and that your results are going to be a little bit different. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Before we do, make sure that you hit that like button right now and consider subscribing to the channel if you're brand new, guys. I post wholesaling how-tos, walkthroughs, and tutorials twice, sometimes more than that, every week, guys. All right, so first up, guys, we've got direct mail postcards. Direct mail is a great way to start building your brand awareness, especially when you're just starting off and not a lot of people know who you are. However, it can get a little costly. To send postcards, they're about 50 cents per card. The thing about direct mail is that you've got to think about consistency and volume. It's not a one-time event. You should have a direct mail campaign set up to be scheduled every 2 weeks to a month, sent out to the same list of people. So for a 500-person list, that's going to cost you about $250. Every 2 weeks to a month. Next, guys, we've got direct mail envelopes. Self-addressed envelopes have a higher callback rate and open rate than postcards, and that's the reason why they're number 8 on this list. They're even more costly than postcards, however. They average about $1 per mailer. However, if I send out 500 mailers and I spend $500 with envelopes, I'm typically gonna be getting a lot more traction with those envelopes than I would had I spent that same $500 sending postcards. All right, so next on the list is gonna be ringless voicemail drops. I actually just made a video on ringless voicemail drops, and if you haven't checked that out already, you can check out this card up above, or it's gonna be in a link in the description of this video. I personally love ringless voicemail drops for a few different reasons. First off, because they're just so cheap. It's only 10 cents of voicemail drops that you send on the service that I'm using. And I've also heard about other services that go as low as like 4 cents per ringless voicemail drop that you're sending out. So shop around a little bit, see what type of price that you can get. The service that I use will be in the links in the description of this video. Ringless voicemail allows you to have like an army of you out there calling people and leaving them voicemails, and you'll start to get traction from people calling you back. Don't get me wrong, you aren't going to be getting a ton of traction and having a ton of people calling you eager to sell you their homes if you're only spending a little money. But if you're sending out thousands of ringless voicemail drops like we've been doing lately, trust me, you'll be getting some traction coming in. It's really easy to set up and it works on a schedule, so it's almost like you've got another cold caller on your team, except it's just you and you're able to call hundreds or even thousands of people every single week. So next on the list is gonna be offline marketing. I'm categorizing all things offline into just one category, whether it be bandit signs, stickers, word of mouth, flyers, whatever it is, I'm gonna be lumping that into one category. So offline marketing, it gets your phone ringing, and a lot of times that's the difference between getting a deal or not. But you have to beware. This is also another one of those volume and consistency things. You won't get crazy results if you aren't putting in the work. The reason offline marketing is number 6 on this list is because when you get people calling your phone, they're much more likely to actually convert into a customer. Offline marketing done in combination with online marketing can be extremely effective if done properly. Simply put, you want people talking about you when you aren't around. And offline marketing is a great way to get those wheels turning, especially when no one knows who you are yet. All right, guys, so my next best marketing strategy that returns a very generous return on investment is gonna be cold calling. But for number 5, we're gonna specifically be talking about cold calling absentee owners with vacant houses that also have high equity. Okay, so this is what you call list stacking. Cold calling in general is one of the best ways to get in contact with motivated sellers. People ask me all the time, what's the best list to get? Like, what's the best list that I should be starting off with if I'm just getting started? Now, this list is gonna vary from area to area. You know, what's good in Chicago may not be great for you. But my most classic, tried and true list is a vacant absentee owner list with high equity. So like I said, guys, this method is called list stacking. I prefer someone who falls into multiple categories of distress. The more distressing their situation is, the more likely they are to be willing to accept a less than market value price for their property. If you want to grab a set of stacked leads, you can head over to my website, motivatedsellerleads.org. So number 4 on this list is going to be cold calling probate leads. Probate leads, if you don't know, are leads that may have had a relative with a home who passed away, and now they're in the process of getting the property in their name. Probate leads can be a great source of deals if you do it properly. Check out this video I did with Chad Corbett, the founder of All the Leads. In this video, he breaks down exactly the process of how to structure your deal and kind of set yourself apart from the competition by offering a full service package to your clients. Now, probate leads are number 4 on this list for a variety of reasons. Number 1 being, in a lot of counties, probate leads are simply really hard to come across. And number 2, because they're harder to come across, there's going to be substantially less competition on those properties. When you see that the property owner has passed away on the property, these are the leads that you'll be talking to. Most people give up, but if you have access to these probate leads, you'll be able to go that extra step and actually get these deals under contract. Also, once probate leads get into your pipeline and you've positioned yourself as the one-stop shop that they can get everything that they need taken care of, you're definitely going to have a leg up versus the competitors in your area. You can get probate leads as well on the Motivated Seller Leads site, so make sure that you check that out, or just head over to probateleads.org. All right, so we are at number 3, guys, and my number 3 strategy for making sure that you get the best return on your investment when it comes to marketing, guys, is hitting that like button. No, seriously though, guys, my number 3 best return on investment marketing strategy is gonna be Facebook and Google ads. Now, I know you may be thinking, but Ed, the ads are so expensive. Just hear me out here. I use online ads to get people calling our phones. The people that call us are in a distressed situation. And these days, like, when you need anything, when you're in any type of distress, when you need anything, where do you go? You go to Google. And like, if you're in a distressed situation and you know you want to tell people how you feel or how crappy your life has been, where do you go? Facebook. So guys, it's like, you really want to be where the attention is. As Gary Vee would say,
before you get a chance to tell me how great you are, or it is, or that is, you need somebody's attention.
Attention is super important, guys. The return on investment is great because it's just on autopilot. Employees can only work so many hours in a day, but your ads are essentially an army of you out there promoting your product, marketing to people who need you 24 hours a day. And actually, when I include base pay plus cold caller commission, online ads are actually cheaper per deal than hiring cold callers. Number 2 on this list is gonna be cold calling tax delinquent leads that have been tax delinquent for at least 2 or more years. Now, I love tax delinquent leads, guys. They can fall into a variety of other categories like absentee owners, code violations, vacant properties, and so much more. I also like them because they're much quicker to the closing table than a probate lead. Probate lead can take 30 to 90 days, sometimes even longer than that, to make it to the closing table, depending on which part of the probate process you catch them in. On the other hand, you can very often acquire these tax delinquent properties for just simply paying off their back taxes and putting a little bit of cash in their pocket. In Chicago, you can actually get this list online free. Maybe one of these days I'm going to make a video to show you all exactly what to do to go in and be able to grab this list. In any area that this list is posted online though, there's bound to be a lot more competition on those leads. But if you know what you're doing and you're moving with speed, you'll be in a great position to actually capitalize when those opportunities present themselves. I like for them to be 2 years or more delinquent on their taxes, because like if you're 1 year behind, maybe you're new to the area, you didn't know that the taxes were due, whatever the situation may be. But what I've noticed is that when these people are 2 or more years behind on their taxes, they probably aren't planning on actually paying them off anytime soon. Because you can get so many of these properties slightly above the cost of paying their taxes, this is number 2 on the list. Ooh-wee! This is what you all have been waiting for. My number 1 marketing strategy that brings the best return on investment for your marketing dollars. And it's a tried and true strategy you all have heard me talk about in many videos on this channel, and that's gonna be driving for dollars. Driving for dollars has historically been my number 1 investment on my marketing dollars. I will always have house hunters and or be going out to go look for vacant and distressed properties myself. And there's many reasons why driving for dollars is number 1 on this list. First off, when you go driving for dollars, you find leads that aren't on anyone else's list. You can find those hidden gem properties that no one else is targeting yet. And when there's little competition and a lot of demand, you've got yourself a deal. There are just certain areas that are very desirable, that all the buyers want to buy there, but there simply aren't many, if any, wholesalers in those areas. That's where you come in. You can either go drive these areas yourself or hire house hunters to start going out there driving for dollars for you. Driving for dollars has produced more deals for me than any other marketing strategies that I've used so far since beginning wholesaling. The best thing I like about driving for dollars is that it's just gas. That's the only expense. So whether it just be filling up your own tank or giving one of your house hunters a stipend for gas, I mean, with a full tank of gas, you can go out and get hundreds of vacant properties and give yourself so many opportunities to get a deal. Not to mention, my strategy is always to start with the buyers in mind first. So once I find out what they want, then I can immediately send some house hunters to those areas to start hunting for inventory for those buyers. As you can imagine, this allows me to dive into any new market at a drop of a dime by simply posting a Craigslist ad and bringing in those house hunter leads. This is the best marketing strategy to get a return on your investment. You can get an unlimited amount of house hunters by simply posting ads on Craigslist. So for me, guys, this is the number 1 marketing strategy to get a return on my investment. It doesn't take long to hire people either. I've made a couple videos on how to hire house hunters. So if you want to check those videos out, either hit the link, is going to be like here, somewhere, or in the description of this video, guys. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. If it provided value for you, if you liked this video, then definitely the only thing that I'm asking for you is to hit that like button. It helps out the channel a lot. If you want to get advice and feedback on your deals, definitely join my group on Facebook, Wholesale Deals and Strategies. And if you want to get all of my guides, tools, and templates, join the Wholesalers Hub on my website. I'm going to have links for both of those down in the description as well. And if you don't know already, my new online wholesaling course, Wholesaler University, has officially launched. People from all across the nation have been joining. So if you want to learn from home, feel free to check that out, guys. And if you like videos like this, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. I believe that I have the #1 YouTube channel for wholesaling tips and strategies, guys. And as always, until next time, guys, I am out.